Yeah, the better understanding you have, the more aware you become, as well as the the actions, the steps, the flow. A lot of things start to fall into place a lot easier than ever before, I would say. When you start changing the way you think about you and when you expect to see in your outside world, everything starts to change. And again, this goes all back to what's your point of departure? What's your starting point? Where are you thinking from? Are you thinking from lack and limitation? Are you thinking from you? When you keep going back to your old self and your old way of thinking, that's what you're projecting to the world, and that's the way the world's going to act and react towards you. So it's very important that, one, reasserting yourself, redefining yourself. And it can be just as simple as, I gave the words to Pablo, everywhere I go, I win. Everywhere I go, I win attitude. And when you start changing just that, the focus on yourself, that everywhere you go, you win. Everywhere I go, I give. Everywhere I go, people receive the feeling of abundance. And you start just keep saying that to yourself over and over and over, you're not only going to see that come into life. What's happening is you're expressing that. How many times have you thought of an idea and you didn't make the decision? You're just reasoning with a new direction. What happens? What are you reasoning with?
Paradigm.
Can you say that again?
The paradigm.
So that means you started to think outside, or maybe something was possible, but then you start to reason that it's not possible. Who's doing that? Is it you?
It is, but not you.
It's the controlled part of you.
Right. Bring you back to
who's wanting to discourage you and take you away from the goal?
Your program, your paradigm.
There you go. There's going to be a point in time when we're viewing the world and these two parts are wanting to separate, and the other one's trying to view what's going on. That's spirit awakening to know, hey, wait a minute. Who's been thinking? There'll come a point in time when you start to view the program. You say, wait a minute, who's telling me not to do this? Who's controlling the flow? You will argue with your own self. Who is the self? Was it spirit, or was it, as we become more aware of who I am is, that's spirit awakening. Who I am is, we are spirit living in a physical body. We are spirit experiencing. We are spirit. To experience is to see outside of yourself. And all get understanding. Spirit is viewing the world, it is experiencing the world in a physical model. If you wish to overcome adverse conditions, that's a paradigm, or the thing you don't want anymore. If you wish to overcome adverse conditions or to maintain a favorable one, it is necessary to have some knowledge of the fundamental or originating spirit and your relation to it. The true order of these fundamental principles of life, which you are endeavoring to understand, does not require you to deny the reality of the existing physical world or to call it an illusion. On the contrary, by admitting the existence of the physical, you thereby see the completion of a great invisible creative process. By admitting to the physical world, don't call it an illusion. By admitting the existence of the physical, you thereby see the completion of a great invisible creative power. I did that. I brought this. I attracted that. According to my level of awareness, I am moving thinking stuff into form. And therefore, I can create different thinking stuff to move something else into form. I'm understanding my creative process.